okay, someone shows up in front of you, a partner, a friend. And so can you share a bit more about how you are orienting as the world and all of its craziness as a reflection for you to see where you're not free inside of yourself?
Yeah, I'm only experiencing my version of them. Two people have really never met because I'm getting my version of you, you're getting my version of me. So we're meeting really ourselves through each other. And so person shows up and how I perceive them, how I am towards them is my entrance to heaven or hell, which is connection or disconnection. And so if I'm entering disconnection, it's not because of who they're being, it's because of my story about who they're being. And my story about who they're being has to be rooted in my past if it's negative. So if I'm creating a negative story about someone, I'm just copy and pasting a past onto them. And that the service of that is I won't be able to see clearly until I have cleansed and transformed everything from my past, because the world will be my past until it's not. So that means, and you without a past is also you without a future. So you without a past is you without a future. What would it feel like to live without a future or without a past? You know, total liberation. So the world is conspiring to free us, right, from our past, so we don't have to live in a future. So we can really be here now and see clearly. And when we see clearly, what we see is that reality is kind. Reality is loving. My pain does not originate from something outside of my own thinking mind. You know, so anytime that I think it does, what's happening is I'm saying this thing here is wrong. It's oppressing me, and because of that, I'm not free to live the life I want to live. And if I can't live the life I want to live, that means I'm powerless. Well, those thoughts aren't contained in the circumstance. It's not like I'm extracting that from the circumstances of my life. No, the circumstances are revealing where that subconscious tape is playing in the background. And so instead of, you know, like one practical takeaway, if you're watching this, would just be, okay, the moment I feel stress, remind myself, I'm not seeing clearly, right? I'm confused because I'm thinking something beyond my own thinking mind is the cause of my suffering. And to believe that is to create separation. Oh, there's a thing out there that is bigger, you know, more powerful than I am. And that's what a lot of, you know, if you want to use the word, any sort of oppressor wants you to believe, because we can really at the core level only oppress ourselves. And so the gift of that is to use that to liberate ourselves. And that gives permission to an oppressor, whatever it might be liberated as well. You know, because then we start to see most likely what's underneath their behavior is the same thing underneath ours, some sense of powerless, some sense of disconnection. And if I'm not holding on to that very tight, then the people around me, it's very hard for them to hold on to it very tight as well.